Network Entertainment.
Did you wake up with a silver spoon?
Welcome to the Commission Saab Podcast!
Today we're gonna do a Malibag. Send in your letters to jimandsab.com/Malibag. Thanks for sending all the letters. Actually, we have a lot of people lined up
Yes.
who want to do a live Malibag.
Yes.
We'll do a call.
jimandsab.com/Malibag. Send in your letters if you want advice.
We're doing a Malibag today about
A guy who's 10 years older.
na medyo douchey.
I don't know. We
it's like,
skimmed it.
yeah.
Seems like it.
Seems
We'll
like
see.
it's not you, it's me kind of thing. Which
It's
is
not you, it's me, Sitch.
and I think Sav and I will debate.
Why? Alam mo na yung stance ko doon?
Actually,
Hindi ko alam
magkapareho tayo ng stance eh.
Alam mo ba? Hindi ko...
Magkapareho tayo
Let's
ng
talk about it.
stance.
I don't
Magkapareho
know.
tayo ng stance.
Do you think?
Magkapareho tayo ng
Okay,
stance.
let's
Oo.
Yuck. Feeling.
Ay, magkapareho tayo.
Okay. You know it? You know it? Okay.
Magkapareho talaga tayo.
Okay. You know me so well, don't you? You do.
Okay. Before that,
Okay.
if you didn't listen to the pod where we ranted about Rich Roll,
The
the
runner.
runner guy.
Two
I just
episodes ago.
want to end lang by saying na that guy, I want to double down na he ends the book saying nga na, yeah, we continued more financial. They had to sell their car. All these things. And parang by the way, ngayon sikat na ako. So at least okay na. Ganun.
Nothing about his fam?
Nothing. Pero ang point is like, you could have used this as a, like how useless is this book? Na parang you could have used it na you did Iron Man, so it's about perseverance and whatever. And even in your financial and whatever life, you did that. You stuck to what you love. Pero wala lang, parang, anyway.
Di siya, alam mo, he's not, last weekend, we came from Ali's wedding, our bestie, and gusto ko lang i-insert, yung segue ko is because si Jim, siya dyan, mahusay siya sa pagsusuri ng ganyan kasi siya magaling siyang writer. And he wrote the most beautiful best man speech. Super, super ganda. Everybody was just like, everybody stopped and listened. And I mean, if you read his wedding vows to me, sobrang kinabog niya ako. Pero okay lang kasi sweet day. Anyway, okay.
Okay. Malibag. Here we go.
Okay. Congratulations, Ali and Rach. Okay.
Best wedding.
Walang connection. Let's do it. Hi, pod parents and sibs. I'm just trying my luck now that Malibag is back. I'm not really sure where to begin, but I'll do my best to explain everything clearly, even if this turns out a bit long. I honestly don't know what to do anymore. I met a guy at work last year, May. He's 10 years older than me, and even though I knew the risks, I got involved with him. He is 36 years old, and I am 26. At first, things were great. He was consistent, took me on nice dates, and we eventually developed a physical relationship. But by July, he started becoming inconsistent, pushing and pulling, breadcrumbing me until I finally blocked him in August. May, sila nag-meet. July, inconsistent, blocked in August. She blocked him. Okay.
Yeah.
He later reached out through our company platform, and by September, we started talking again. I realized I still had feelings for him, and we agreed to continue whatever we had going on. But looking back, I don't even know what I liked about him. It feels like I got addicted to the highs and the lows. For a while, things were good again, but then the same pattern repeated. When I finally confronted him about what we were doing, he said he wasn't ready for a relationship, that I should date other people, and that this was just a phase I was going through. It was a lot of gaslighting, and I had so many questions, but he kept throwing mixed signals, saying he missed me while refusing to commit. Then in late October, he showed up where I was staying for an event. I thought we'd finally have a serious talk, but it became physical again. He treated me well. We went out for a date, walk along Makati, went back to my unit, and for the first time in a while, I felt truly happy. I thought we were figuring things out. Things with him seemed fine. Literally 2 days before, we were in a good place. And then out of nowhere, after the wedding of my friend, one of the bridesmaids ako, no, he is not a plus one, He completely pulled away and wanted nothing to do with me.
Wait, sorry, the guy was at the wedding? Wala.
No, no.
No, no.
Out of nowhere,
Just
after the wedding of my friend, he completely pulled away. So ito, may note siya dyan.
uh,
Thinking about it now, thank you ha 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 ha. Kasi pinatapos mo akong maging bridesmaid sa kasal ng kaibigan ko. Napaka-considerate mo naman pala. When I asked what happened, all he said was that he's fucked up and that I shouldn't take it personally. I was trying to let it go, but then my period was late. It's never late, and I started
oh
panicking because
no.
I didn't know what to do, especially since he had already ended things. I was under so much stress. I took a pregnancy test, it was negative. Then I took another one, and it was positive. I was confused and scared because if it was real, I knew I'd be doing this alone. In the middle of all that, I told him I was late, and it took him 4 days to reach out.
Oh shit.
4 days of silence while I was losing my mind. When he finally called, I was furious. He apologized, saying he was in a bad place, and all I could think was, what about me? What do you think I was going through? This was November. He told me he'd take care of me no matter what, but thank God it was just a scare. I was still angry. I told him that if he had no intention of being with me, he should have just stayed away. And then he admitted it. He led me on. He said it himself. And that made me feel so stupid because I'd been clear from the start that I wanted a relationship. And despite knowing that, he kept things going for months, fully aware he was stringing me along. Since then, I've been messaging him everything about my feelings, my frustrations, my anger. He's apologized, but I'm still trying to process it. Sometimes I don't reply to his messages because I'm not ready to deal with it yet. I even told him I'd reach out when I was ready after everything I had going on, my vacation, my workload, my promotion. But then, while on vacation, he called me out of nowhere, apologized again, and just assumed that was enough. And when I reached out in December when I had more to say, he acted shocked. I thought you had moved on. I thought we already talked. And that made me feel so gaslighted again. Like, why is it up to him to decide when I'm okay, when I've moved on? He made me believe it was something meaningful, but later on, he told me he had always seen it as something casual, something he'd never told me before. When I confronted him about it, he apologized and said he'd never meant to hurt me, but at the same time, he made it seem like it was my fault for expecting more. That really messed with my head, and I feel like I was gaslighted into thinking I was the problem. He's soft-spoken, parang ganito. Did I ever hurt you? Physically? No, right? Emotionally? That's not my intention, right? Yun daw yung sinabi ng guy. It's been about 5 months of no contact with someone I used to care about deeply. One day, I just woke up and realized how tired I was emotionally, mentally. I knew I deserved better. I saw things more clearly. The love bombing, the manipulation, it all made sense in hindsight. He's not well. And I don't say that to insult him, but to acknowledge the toxicity I got caught in. I'm really grateful to my friends who supported me through all this. I had blind spots, I ignored red flags, and I'm still working through the guilt and disappointment I feel towards myself. He follows and likes disturbing accounts on Instagram, lots of OnlyFans creators, half naked content, and even minors. I know better, I'm in a much better place mentally, but the problem is we still work at the same company. Thank God for hybrid work, but once a week there's a chance we bump into each other, and when it happens, I get triggered. It messes with my healing. There are days when I relapse emotionally. I feel the urge to report him, especially since a friend recently saw him on a dating app using a photo taken in the office wearing our company ID. Sometimes I want to raise the alarm, but then I second guess myself. Am I overreacting? Is it worth it?
Why? What's wrong with that?
Parang sa school ata yun, hindi ka pwedeng lumabas ng naka-uniform, ganun. Hindi ko alam.
Okay.
I don't really know what I want from this letter. Maybe validation, maybe clarity, maybe just the courage to keep choosing myself. Thank you for reading this, pod parents. Thanks, Sibs.
First of all, beautifully written.
Yeah.
Malibag.
Yeah. I forgot to read this one part. I know someone might say, why not just quit? And honestly, I've thought about it, but I just got promoted. I worked hard for that and it feels unfair. Why should I be the one to leave when he's the one who messed me up? So, ayun. Lots
Thoughts?
to unpack.
Thoughts?
Okay. 36-year-old guy. 26-year-old
I think the age
girl.
difference is not like really? Diba? Parang it's not naman. 36 and 26.
I mean, come on. No, it's not about the age gap. But when this is what's happening, it's like, come on.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that there's no age gap. What I'm saying is like that's not the main
Hindi naman yun
thing.
because people make it work with a big age gap, definitely. Pero when, for me, if I were a 26-year-old dating a 36-year-old guy na parang, oh, if I didn't know any better, I would really be like, oh my gosh, like he really gets ko eh. When it's an older guy, kasi ganun sila eh. They like it. I've dated a much older guy before. And, oh, sorry, ngayon mo lang manalaman. Joke. And the thing about that, I gotta say, is when there's that kind of guy who goes for the younger girl because it makes them feel superior. They like it. They like it when it's like, di mo alam yun? Hindi kasi nung panahon ko ganito eh. Tapos tuturuan ka and they love it. And then of course, the young girls eat it up. Na parang, oh my gosh, hindi ko alam yun, you know? And they prey on that. I'm sorry. But ako, you've got to keep your guards up when the age gap is that big. Gets mo?
Yeah.
Na mas discerning kaagad. Just an extra precaution.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
too, ano?
Valid.
Valid naman, diba? Kasi
Valid.
parang, lagi mong iisipin na parang, bakit? Why don't you get, diba? May song si Olivia Rodrigo, diba? Na sabi niya, that's why girls your age don't date you. There must be a reason.
I think very valid the way you said it. I think that's like the most valid way of saying it. Na parang, if there is a power dynamic or parang parang ano ba?
Misuse of power.
Hindi.
Hindi ata sila ano eh. Hindi
in
naman ata sila subordinate tsaka ano.
Pero kung ano, like whether it's that or like older or yun nga, like
Yeah.
a fan of someone. If you are the younger one, you're the fan or you're the subordinate, then always just immediately, tama.
Guards up ka agad.
Guards up agad.
Na parang,
Just know na there's something here. But not,
something's fishy.
kaya I want to be balanced eh. I want to be balanced na and say na, like I don't want to say agad na,
Wait, let's look at the facts. She was very open about, I want the relationship. She was never like, okay lang.
Oo nga,
Okay lang,
oo
Kasha.
nga.
She was
Yeah,
never
yeah.
like that.
yeah.
So,
yeah.
diba,
What I'm
gets
saying
mo.
is I want to be balanced lang about our notion of like being older or like na parang na or a dynamic can't work.
Oh, of course.
don't want
I know.
the-
I know people with age gaps that like work really well
Yeah,
together, and
yeah.
like it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It's just that, yun nga. Siguro like it's just that extra. May prejudice ba doon?
Hindi.
Pero hindi. Gets mo sinasabi ko?
Hindi. Plus I think what happened. The
Yeah.
mere fact that this happened na the parang again to letter sender, I have to tell you like it's horrible, but I think it's as simple as the reason why there's like breadcrumbing and all these things is
Ano ba yung
because
breadcrumbing?
context clues na parang he's like
Leading you on.
and
I
like
got it.
stringing you along.
Hansel and Gretel.
The sad news is that there are guys, women, guys or women who just feel secure by knowing that someone who's into them is just there. So that obviously like naka-park, right?
Oh,
And most probably like that guy probably tried to date someone else, didn't work out, and he knows that you're there waiting, and therefore that's why there's lagi na lang bumabalik. Right?
It's awful to hear. I know.
I know, but honestly, I know it's awful to hear, pero something to empower you with. It's more of a reflection of that guy than it is to you. I mean, as someone who has been, who's had
Breadcrumbed.
breadcrumbed and parang looking back, like it's easier to forgive yourself than it's easier to forgive. Parang it's easier to forgive someone else than forgive yourself actually. So parang at least ako looking back, okay, the breadcrumb ako, I was led on, nagago ako. But who's really to be embarrassed about that? Right? Sino yung mukhang tanga? Sino yung who lives with regret?
Yeah.
I don't regret that I tried. I liked someone. I expressed how I felt. That's why ako honestly, like with Saab, like I was so shocked with when we started dating, and she was so like, bakit ka may hiya on parang, I don't know how you said this. I don't remember, but you made me feel so safe in like being and talking and saying like being vulnerable and saying like, hey, I really like I miss you, or like parang I'm clingy or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. So um
Tama na nga to. Sige, end na natin, charot.
pero I
Oh.
mean it na for kaya ako like for you and for everyone who's gone through something like this, na you feel like ikaw yung nalugi, ikaw yung nagago. Honestly,
Yes,
no.
I
Actually,
agree. I
you
agree. Expressing
it's
love is, how can you regret
how could
that?
yeah? How could you ever regret that? Na, and I really like itong isa pang guiding principle ni Sab sa akin whenever I feel like, oh no, like I feel like natalo ako. I feel like my pride has been taken or lugi ako. She always say like, I like how you say na, do you end your day like being feeling ashamed of yourself? Like, right?
For trying.
Yeah, or parang you would be more ashamed if you did lose your cool. You would be more ashamed if you did shout and
Yes.
if you were the manipulative one, right?
Yes.
But so ayun ko, I just wanna
Yeah.
remind you na yeah, there are guys. Sorry, kaya I'm being blunt about na there are guys like that na,
So many.
nakaabang, nag-i-invest. Sorry for the term, but nag-i-invest.
Is that what it's called?
No, I'm just I don't know
Ano
what
ba yan? Saan mo na to? May seminar ba yan?
hindi ko na alam yung terminologies, but I'm just saying like that's the point. Like nag-i-invest sila in a woman or whatever they like, and like okay, I'm not gonna go too high and say I love you and can we be together, but I'm not also gonna say I'm not looking for a relationship right now. Kaya tingnan mo, the guy only did it in nung tapos-tapos na, nung I guess nung she really put her foot down na.
Nakakainis rin
Diba?
kasi the guy sort of feels like he's faultless because he kept saying it naman siguro.
Ano yung stance mo doon?
Kailan mo yung sinabi? Hindi. Kasi naalala ko parang yung sinabi lang niya was, he started being inconsistent, di ba? So, binlock siya, tapos nag-reach out ulit. Tapos, yung feelings. And then, the only time na sinabi niya was, parang tagal na ayaw commit. And, well, ako, I always go by yung turo ng mom ko sa akin is mas mabuti ng maloko kaysa manloko. And I like that. I really go by that. Pero once naloko na tayo, wag ka nang magpapaloko ulit. Lalo na sa parehong tao. Gets mo? Na parang, let's assume, okay, baka let's assume, okay. I mean, don't take it so literally, but if you had to choose, I would rather, if I had to choose, I would never want to trick someone. Diba? Because I couldn't live with myself.
Yeah.
To really do it on purpose. And obviously, it seems like you said you're in a much better place now. Love that for you. This guy, like, you know what? He has to live with himself. So I think, yeah, wag mo na isumbong about yung sa dating app na nakasuot ng ano. Yeah, mo siya. I mean, hindi ka naman na-apektuhan nun. Just like, oh my gosh, like he's got to live with himself. That's enough punishment, right? Like he's probably got like.
Pero what if the counter argument? Yeah, I know we've been saying this. What if the counter argument is like, what if he never feels that way?
Okay lang.
What if he never ends up thinking like he did something wrong? Like what? Parang it's my job to educate him and fucking.
No, it's not.
Or parang he deserves justice. Justice must come.
I think the justice for you is to let it go.
The justice for you is you don't end up with someone like him.
Yeah, and you let that go. Kasi parang, gosh, imagine if you thought na you had to correct him and let him know that he did something. Like, that's a lot of energy. And it's just like, ugh.
Easy for you to say.
Easy for me to say na, yeah, gets ko. Pero,
Easy for us to say.
sabi
Sorry.
naman niya she's in a better place eh. Sinabi naman niya eh. Diba? Diba?
Uh-uh.
Diba? You're in a better place. Okay, kaya mo yan. Tsaka tama ka. Huwag kang aalis sa company.
Oo nga,
Kakapromote
oo
lang
nga,
sa'yo eh.
yeah.
Matatanggal rin yan. Tsaka kung hindi siya matanggal, alam mo yun, ewan ko.
Report mo. Labo. Yeah.
You get promoted enough to be the one to kick him out.
It doesn't work that way.
Di ba?
Yeah.
Conflict ba yun?
Yeah.
Basta.
Anyway, again, send your Malibags. Thank you for sending your letter.
I hope you felt heard and
yeah.
validated.
But I hope we got the help.
Gusto ko yung sinabi ni Jim, the best justice for this is you not ending up with someone like him. You gotta know what you deserve. Love you.
Bye.
The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.